Property Tribes TV is delighted to welcome Andrew Goodacre, Chief Executive of Residential Landlord Association. So welcome, Andrew.
Hello, Vanessa.
Good to meet you. Now, you've been in your role for 4 months.
Indeed.
What was your remit? What fresh thinking and ideas did you want to bring to your role in Residential Landlord Association?
Well, the first thing I had to do was really understand the complexities associated with the private rented sector.
Yes.
I'm new to the sector, and what looks like a very easy concept on the outside, you suddenly realise that the dynamism, the complexity, and the ever-growing regulations associated with it mean really that landlord education, landlord awareness, and actually tenant education looking forwards is just as important to allow people to understand what to expect when entering into the private rented sector. A landlord should know what they need to do to be professional and responsible, and a tenant should know what to expect from a professional and responsible landlord. And if we can get there, I think we'll see standards in the private rented sector increase to an even higher level.
And you've come at a time when there's massive changes in the PRS, and there's the threat of regulation, universal credit looming.
Indeed.
So really, all landlords should now be looking to join a professional association that's going to help them, in best practice and meeting their legal and compliance obligations.
I can't stress it enough, really, the need for landlords to get some professional help and support. We have 18,000 members. There's 1.5 million, we're told, landlords in the UK. We've got less than 1%. Well, if you add all the organisations together, I would think we've probably got less than 5% of that population. So many landlords rely on trust letting agents and think that they devolve themselves of all responsibility by doing so. We know that's not true. They need to be aware, and whether they're using agents or not, joining an association is the best £75-80 you can spend as any landlord, and it's the best investment they'll ever make.
And what do you see as the greatest challenge facing landlords going forward in 2013? Because obviously universal credit, very high on our agenda.
I think universal credit, the big issue within universal credit that concerns most landlords is the threat of direct payments being taken away. Now, what I'm pleased to say is that we saw last week in the Pathfinder trials they're doing, we've had some success. We've lobbied very hard on the dangers of taking away direct payments. It appears in those Pathfinder trials direct payments will be retained. And we really do hope that continues moving forwards in the same way that they operate it for housing benefit. So with that in mind, we are looking to carry on lobbying and want government to recognise that.
And you're also running some workshops as well
we do
with
workshops.
The lovely Bill Irvine, who's a member of Property Tribes.
Yes.
And he's running these workshops to help prepare landlords.
The one thing I think the RLA needs to be is relevant to its members. And we've got to respond to changes in the external environment and help our members get to know about those changes. So universal credit we saw as an opportunity to start telling people what was coming, and we didn't know too much about it at the time because there wasn't much information available. So we went and found Bill, and Bill found us. We get on really well. He's got so much knowledge, so much experience, very competent trainer. And I've been on that course myself, and it's brilliant. You go there, you leave it knowing what to expect from universal credit, the pitfalls, the dangers, and how to manage that situation as a landlord. He's here today doing a talk as well, so we're keen on that. We've done Green Deal training recently, again another new initiative, very complex. And helping people understand that. And we're also launching a new course with Bill again, linked to universal credit, but also talking about housing benefit as it stands at the moment, because universal credit is a big project. We've still got housing benefit, and there's still problems associated with that. So yes, I mean, as an organisation, we're dynamic and want to help our members as much as possible.
So just to finish then, Andrew, would you say now's a good time to be a landlord, or is it only going to be a good time for those that really educate themselves and understand the challenges and mitigate the risks through education?
Now is absolutely the right time to be. There's opportunity being a landlord. but don't go into it blind. Don't go into it without getting good advice, researching the marketplace, and absolutely don't do it on your own. There's plenty of people like Property Tribes, plenty of information out there. As an association, we have an advice line that's available to all our members 24/7. And for the £79 we charge, that's a bargain really, just to know that you've got someone who's professional to help you. Now, other companies offer that. Just the message to all landlords is it's an opportunity, but only if you approach it in a professional and responsible way, and part of that professionalism, part of that responsibility is to join an association.
Absolutely, and none of us can afford the price of ignorance.
Indeed, absolutely right. I wish I had said that.
Well, thank you very much for joining us here, and we've got the Welsh Landlords Day going on in the background, and Andrew's got to shoot off now, but we really appreciate you taking the time to engage with us in the Property Tribes community.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and keep up the good work yourselves.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you. Cheerio.